Pharaohs were among the most powerful figures in ancient Egyptian history. Regarded as both political leaders and religious authorities, pharaohs were the rulers of Egypt for thousands of years. The word pharaoh means great house and was first used during the New Kingdom period, around the 16th century BCE to the 11th century BCE. Pharaohs were at the pinnacle of Egypt's political and religious structure and were deified by the people. Roles and images of pharaohs. Pharaohs were not only political leaders but also religious leaders in Egypt. They were considered earthly representatives of the god Horus. This divine nature of the pharaohs reinforced their grandeur in the eyes of the people. At the same time, pharaohs were responsible for making all the important decisions, setting laws, and symbolizing the power of the state. They were not just rulers, but also those who prayed to the gods for the well-being of the people, managed temples, and ensured respect for the dead. Pharaohs' periods. Throughout Egypt's history, different pharaohs ruled during various periods. These can be divided into three main periods: the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. Old Kingdom, 2686 BCE to 2181 BCE. The Old Kingdom is the time when the pyramids were built. Pharaohs of this era commissioned the construction of pyramids to honor their deceased. One of the most famous pharaohs from this time was Khufu, Cheops, who built the Great Pyramid of Giza. Middle Kingdom, 2055 BCE to 1650 BCE. The Middle Kingdom represents a period of reunification and more centralized government. Pharaohs made several significant reforms to strengthen control over the country. New Kingdom, 1550 BCE, 1070 BCE. The New Kingdom is when Egypt reached its zenith and became one of the largest empires of the ancient world. Pharaohs of this period were at the height of their power. Famous pharaohs such as Akhenaten and Ramses II lived during this time. Famous pharaohs. Many pharaohs have left their mark in history, but some are more widely recognized than others. Here are some of the most famous pharaohs. Khufu, 2589 BCE, 2566 BCE. Khufu was one of the most famous pharaohs of the Old Kingdom, known for commissioning the construction of the Great Pyramid, which is still one of the largest structures in Egypt today. Ramses II, 1279 BCE, 1213 BCE. Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, was one of Egypt's longest-reigning pharaohs during the New Kingdom. He is famous for his military victories and the many temples he built. Hatshepsut, 1479 BCE, 1458 BCE. Hatshepsut was one of the first female pharaohs of ancient Egypt. She was a highly successful ruler, overseeing a period of peace and prosperity. She also commissioned many grand building projects, including her famous mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. Akhenaten, 1353 BCE, 1336 BCE. Akhenaten was known for his attempt to introduce monotheism in Egypt, worshipping the sun god Aten as the supreme deity. His religious reforms and the shift to a new capital, Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna, marked a significant break with traditional Egyptian religion. Tutankhamun, 1332 BCE, 1323 BCE. Tutankhamun became pharaoh at a very young age and is famous for his tomb, discovered in 1922 by archaeologist Howard Carter. The treasures found in his tomb have made him one of the most well-known pharaohs in modern times. Pharaohs' tombs and pyramids. One of the most famous aspects of the pharaohs was their belief in life after death. Pharaohs had elaborate tombs built for themselves, as they believed their journey into the afterlife required great preparation. The pyramids, in particular, were built as tombs for pharaohs. These massive structures were designed to ensure the pharaoh's survival in the next world. The most famous pyramids are located in Giza, including the Great Pyramid of Khufu. The legacy of the pharaohs were not only political rulers, but also figures who greatly influenced culture, art, and science. Under their rule, Egypt achieved significant advancements in various fields, including mathematics, astronomy, and agriculture. Many of the temples, statues, and wall paintings they commissioned still serve as some of the most remarkable examples of ancient Egyptian art today. In conclusion, pharaohs were powerful rulers who left an indelible mark on both Egyptian history and world history. Their leadership, their religious significance, and the monumental structures they left behind continue to fascinate and inform us about ancient Egypt.